Hi, I'm Todd Henderson. Today we're going to install our core Trax on our DECKED system. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is line up our core Trax to these dimples in the DECKED. Now, you can actually put this on backwards. If you do that, the holes are not going to line up. Make sure that it's on the correct way, and also make sure that you've selected the extra wide track to let it fit down into. So once you have found that, what you're going to do is you are going to drill a small pilot hole in the first hole. Make sure you have it nice and centered. When you drill that hole, just make sure it goes through the very first layer of the steel tubing underneath, not through both sides of the steel tubing. Now that we've gone through with our pilot hole, we're going to go ahead and follow that up with an 11/16 drill. Next, we're going to go to the very last location. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to get a nice centered pilot hole drilled and follow that up with 11/16. Next up, we got to use the proper tools. This is a number 3 Phillips head screwdriver. Don't use the more common number 2 Phillips head screwdriver because you will strip out these screws. So what we're going to do is we're going to fit this screw in place, line up the hole in the front and the rear, then put those in. First, get the screws started. All right, once you have both front and rear screws started, make sure that the holes line up to the dimples, and then tighten down your front and rear screws. All right, next, with everything all lined up, go ahead and do your pilot hole and 11/16 hole for each one of the other holes going through the dimples. All right, now with your number 3 screwdriver, go ahead and install the rest of your screws. Okay, now the way you install your tie-down hoops, take your fingers, you put them here, use your thumb, depress the circle, drop it inside one of the circles, then slide it to where it grabs a hold like so. You can do that on all 4 of your tie downs. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts. We're here to help you out.